Namaste, Soul Circle.
I'm Candace.
And I'm Steven.
And we're from Arcana, Mind, Body, Spirit, here in Toronto, Canada.
And on today's episode, we are going to be discovering the middle world. This is all about gratitude. It's the here and now moment, and it's about your connection with those that you love. So let's dive on into the middle world, shall we?
Let's do it.
Welcome to the middle world of the vertical plane. This is all about us together as a collective. It's about the people in your life and your experiences together.
The middle world is a celebration of gratitude for all the paths you've walked and all that lies ahead.
Now, if the upper and the lower veils corresponds to as above, so below, then the middle world corresponds to as within, so without. It's all about perfect love and perfect trust.
It's the here now moment. It's about love and our ability to connect. It's about the magic of our body temple and the practices we use to take care of it, like yoga and movement.
When it comes to the middle world, it's all about our chakras. It's about our energy flow. And in some traditions, we actually place spirit guides and animal totems in the middle world. So, Candace, when talking the middle world, we are talking about our connection to all of those who are around us. So let's say you're entering the energy field of someone who you don't feel quite connected with. What does that feel like to you? How does it resonate in your body versus someone who you feel very connected to?
So as an empath, I'm impacted greatly by that. I know that even, especially if I can anticipate the interaction with someone who I know I don't want to really be around energetically. It will give me anxiety. I'll be anxious. I'll be really moody to everything. It's really hard. I have to work harder to maintain my coping skills with mild inconveniences leading up to, especially if I know that this is coming. Once I'm in it, it feels icky to me. It feels like I'm in a constant state of a self-betrayal almost, because I either have to leave, which can lead to disappointing other people that might be involved in this interaction, or I have to bite my tongue, be fake, basically, because I'm not being authentic to myself and understanding that I don't feel good here.
And,
so I need
this
to leave.
one here, when she's operating in a state of inauthenticity, let me tell you, this is not the Candace you see here.
And it's very obvious too. I can't hide it. I used to be better at hiding it, but I also had a lot more mental health issues and struggles. Seriously.
It's true. As you step into more sovereignty in who you are, you make a lot less apologies.
I can't, I actually can't pretend. And it's very clear. I now just kind of shut off, and I can be unaffected by the person around me now. In most places, otherwise I just don't go. I'm done. It's a hard pass for me. No. But I have been in situations where maybe I didn't really need to leave, but these people were not my people. And I literally it's as if they don't exist, honestly. I just do me, and they're there, and I'm just it's they're just best of luck to you. I have nothing to give. When I'm with people who make me feel good, I feel good. When I leave, I feel elevated. I feel inspired. I'm thinking. The time goes by so fast, and it's almost like you're in a chamber, because you just got there, and all of a sudden it's 7 hours. How did we spend 7 hours hanging out? How did we spend 8 hours doing,
ceremony.
It's how did this happen? So many hours. So, it's night and day. It's night and day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that. If I'm in a space with people who I am vibing with, I notice I talk faster. I'm obviously laughing more. I think all of us, like as a humanity, can say that.
Yeah.
I think there's just this feeling of like almost like climbing a ladder together where you're kind of getting there and enjoying
riffing
and
off each
growing.
other.
And yeah. And just that expansion that I love that feeling of like when you're with someone else who like blows your world open and it feels so authentic and beautiful. For me, that feeling is like everything.
Yeah. I really enjoy feeling inspired by other people that I'm around. And I feel like a lot of the people that I have chosen now, I've made very clear choices in who's in my space.
Yeah.
And anyone who's in my space, I feel like at certain points, I'm in awe of them in one way or another.
That's beautiful.
And I think that it makes me feel good. And I think it would make someone else feel good. And I don't feel scared to like say those things. Whereas in a different, more like not my people vibe, it's like you can't even speak. Like you just can't even see your thing. I just shut off. And like, you've seen me talk rambling on forever. I can go and I can go and I'm straightforward and I'm like assertively saying what I feel and I'm very direct and honest. And when it's like that vibe, it's just like, I just, my Cancer moon, where's the shell? Get it to me. Yeah. I'm going to go inside. I'm gone. I'm done.
Yeah. All right. So this leads us to question number 2.
Right.
So the here and now moment is one of the most fundamental principles of the middle world. It's about staying present and it's being embodied. So how does being present affect you? And how does it affect your manifestation game?
I think for me, being in the present moment is a big game changer. It's really easy to get, for me, it's really easy to get caught up in where I'm going and what I need to get done and like thinking about the future and like getting worried about like maybe what I haven't done yet to like get there.
Yes.
And I think when I'm consumed with thoughts of what I need to do still or haven't done or don't have, then it kind of hijacks my manifestation because I am now projecting out this energy of, I guess, like a lack of. So I'm just focusing on all the things I don't have. I'm thinking about all the things that I need to do and haven't done, or the things that I've done wrong, or where I could have done better, or where I made a mistake. And that's what I'm putting out into the universe. And more often than not, that's what you get back. So,
absolutely. It hears your vibration and it hears you saying, oh, you don't have that? Here's more of what you don't have. Yeah.
And here's other people lacking what you are also lacking.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that has been a learning curve for me throughout, trying to manifest and do those things. So I definitely have worked on, and I think I'm doing really, really good in the last year and continuing forward on being present, being in the moment, and being grateful. I felt like there was a lot of things that I would get, and I would be so consumed with what I need to get next that I didn't take the time to be grateful for what I have and project that, you know? So I think that's huge in regards to manifesting.
Honestly, what you just said is exactly for me the exact same thing. I'm as an double air sign, I'm all about like, what's next? Let's climb that cliff. And from that cliff, we're going to look at the next mountain and figure out how we're going to get there.
Yeah.
So for me, gratitude practice is the most paramount point of staying present for me. To have those moments of like, what does this look like? Just because it's one thing in my head, it's probably not what it actually looks like. Look at all of the other gifts around you. Look at all of the other things that you are afforded and provided and given at abundance. And, there's something about releasing the process. If it doesn't look exactly like how you thought you'd get there, every single time you've still gotten there, haven't you? Like every time, don't we end up in those same miraculous places, even if it's not what we think? Like when we think of those trips we manifested last year, like, we had no idea it would look the way that it did.
In fact, I assumed that it would not happen.
And it turned out so much better.
I did.
Wildly
Really
so. Yeah. But just sitting in those moments of gratitude, like even right now to be sitting here with you and with Arcana, this is all something that we have manifested. This is literally our manifestation. And we could sit here and think about all the things that we could do different or do more of, but here we are doing the thing, and I'm grateful to do that with you.
Yeah, me too.
And in those moments, we're super present.
So the key is gratitude.
Gratitude, baby.
It's true. So animal totems and spirit animals are here with us in the middle plane. Do you have any recurring animals or images that come up for you? And I guess, like, what does that mean for you?
Yes. So for so much of my life, in pivotal moments, not necessarily at the moment, but sort of in the moments just before, like a few days before something huge in my life, I start seeing a miraculous amount of butterflies and dragonflies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which are air signs. So totally lines up with me, but like all the time. And maybe I've over the years almost conditioned it now that I'm so hyper aware of them. And when I start seeing all of these like fluttering air creatures, I'm always like, something's coming. Something's kind of cool. Dragonflies have this way that they move that almost defies science. I feel like it defies physics. So they always say you'll do things that you never expected when dragonflies are around. Yeah. What do you call dragonflies?
Batimanzas.
Batimanzas. Every time I see one, I think of you saying that to me. What about you? Do you have any totem imagery, creatures, animals?
What? I honestly don't. I don't have anything, that my daughter's father is Indigenous, and he always had that connection. And I know he talked about it a lot. And so I was always like, oh my God, what's mine? And like ready to jump on a Google quiz. And that's not how it works, but I really, really wanted it for like ever. And, I think wanting something so bad, maybe you miss signs, but I feel now I'm in a place where I would be able to recognize those things, like, 8 years later after the fact of like initially even knowing what that is. And there's not anything that's like a steady, symbolic, like, this always happens and then this happens. I don't really have that.
I'm excited to see what that will be for you.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have that deep kind of connection with. I love animals, but with like that idea of like a animal totem and stuff, I love the idea of it. I think it's great. It's very interesting to read about it. I just don't feel. I haven't felt that connection.
Right. So. And this comes back to what we were speaking about a few weeks ago in one of our prior videos, to look at the different energy streams and make sure that you're calling in the ones that resonate with you. And they are the ones that are authentic for you.
Yeah. And like, don't get me wrong. I love nature. I love animals. Yes. I used to think for a long time, maybe it was like a wolf energy or a dog energy or something. But again, I think I just really like them. I don't feel like it's a symbolic representation of anything that's happening in my life or coming into my life. Those connections are not really, those aren't my messages.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm excited to explore this further.
Let's see what happens.
We've had some cats come in, run into my house lately.
Yeah.
Maybe I have some cat energy coming in.
Yeah, see, that's what never happens to me.
There's cats running into my front door, like multiple, not just one cat, like bang. And in the middle of the night when we're doing some like healing practice, they're like pawing at the door.
No word of lie.
Yeah. So
he showed up.
I feel like I also have some cat energy happening right now too, which is brand new. But as you were speaking, I just thought of that again. So. Final question. So middle world, again, our body temple. We're dealing with our chakras. We're dealing with our energy and our alignment and our flow state. So which chakras are you working on right now?
So I had spent a lot of time working on my sacral and my heart chakra. And I think now I'm focusing on my solar plexus.
Okay.
And probably like my third eye. So I'm trying to strengthen and focus on my intuition and my self-identity, I guess. It's where I want to be putting my energy on. I think the other time I was getting strong and I was accepting and loving and all of those things. And now I'm ready to have the tools, and now I'm ready to use the tools and step into being able to handle them and move through them.
I think for me, I am working on, I'm still working on my root. I'm still in the same place that I was a little bit last year, but I'm approaching it from a much more honest perspective and a lot more clarity. It's not the same. It's not the wounds that I felt when it came to like security and stuff like that. It's very different. There's still work there to be done. And my throat, I'm constantly working. As a Gemini air sign, this is my vicinity where I am the most powerful, but I think it's overactive. I think I have a little bit of that. And I think there's also the connection of like, not just saying what needs to be said to be popular in the process. It's about saying what's authentic to me and what my body temple needs in order to be accurate in the outcome for me. Mm-hmm. So it's somewhere this connection between like, just because I can agree to do something doesn't mean that it's the right thing for me. Just because I want my connection between my heart chakra and my throat chakra to be a more like authentic place for me. Like say the words that are healthy for me, not just servicing other people. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll go do that thing. And I'm like,
yeah.
Why do you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here to me, that's where I'm working. I'm working here, here, and here.
I did some of that work. It was great at the ashram that I stayed at in New Zealand.
Oh yeah.
It was really good. There was silence from 8 p.m. until 8 a.m. And you wake up crazy early and you all like sit around and you eat breakfast all together and everyone's in like absolute silence. And it was interesting to feel this desire to want to talk. And I don't know any of these people and they don't know me. And in fact, we don't really have anything that needs to be said. We don't need to say anything. I don't even need to say thank you. And I'm getting my bowl of oats or whatever it was. A nod is fine. A smile will do. And I go about my day. And my morning, and that was it. And it was interesting to be aware of when I need to speak and when I don't need to speak.
Right.
And taking time to actually only speak when I need to, only address something verbally when it actually needs to be said. And I've gotten that from a lot of like other spiritual healers that I've gone to, and they don't even really say a lot. And then I found myself like, and this guy in the spiritual is like, do you meditate? Like that's it. And that's all I got. And I'm like, that's all I got? Really?
Yeah.
You know, but it was like, and it's like, oh, and then I think about what I'm saying and his question is very on point. Like, shut up. Like, girl, you don't even need to be saying half this business. All right. Like, just slow down.
Right.
And it's an interesting process to go through.
It is. I feel like there's a lot of that ahead of me. And what's exciting about this chakra work, we can tell them, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Our topic coming up in March is we're going to take a week to do every single one of our major chakras. So we're really excited about it. It's going to be about a 2-month program. So it'll start at the beginning of March and it'll go well into April. And we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to work our way up. And each week we're going to do the same thing. We'll discuss what this chakra feels for us, where we're at, if we have any blockages, if it's active or overactive. And then we're going to have a little bit of song bowl therapy and different healing modalities. And we're really excited for it.
It's going to be great. I get to show you guys what we do individually also for each of those chakras. And
we're really excited.
Yeah, it gets to know us a little bit better. And
but we also want to get to know you. So please write in and let us know how you enjoyed our talk this month about the vertical veil of energy. And then also next week, we're going to be doing a video that's going to tie together all of our work from January and our work in February this month. So please make sure you hit that subscribe and the like button there, because we want you to see how it ties all in together.
And let us know what you're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Because it can also help us steer our next videos as the months go along. We kind of have a formula, but we'd love to hear from you as well. And if there's anything that you want, we'd be happy to include it as well. So
thanks for being here. Mwah. Namaste.
Much love.